Hi students, welcome back to class 10 Economics chapter 2 Sectors of Indian Economy. I hope all of you are staying at home and studying very well all the previous chapters. All of you performed very well in your test papers. In this chapter, you will study about the specification of economic activities in different sectors. The Indian economy can be classified into various sectors on the basis of ownership, the working conditions of the workers, and the nature of activity being performed. On the basis of nature of activity, Indian economy can be classified into three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. On the basis of the nature of working conditions, Indian economy can be classified into two: organized and unorganized sector. And on the basis of ownership, Indian economy can be further classified into public sector and private sector. Today we will discuss different topics like primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. We will begin this class with the story of bread that you often find on your breakfast table. The simple loaf of bread reaches you with the different economic activities. The story of loaf of bread begins with the farmer growing wheat in his field. The wheat produced by the farmer is processed into flour at the flour mill. The flour is baked into bread in a bread factory. The bread is transported to shops in different parts of the city and reaches your neighborhood shops from where you can buy it. All these activities that involved in production and distribution of goods and services are examples of economic activities. These economic activities are classified into three different sectors called primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. So these are the divisions of sectors of the economy. We begin by looking at different kind of economic activities. There are many activities that are undertaken directly by using natural resources. For example, the cultivation of cotton. It takes place within a crop season. For the growth of the cotton plant, we depend mainly on natural factors like rainfall, sunshine, and climate. The product of this activity, cotton, is a natural product. Similarly, in the case of an activity like dairy, we are dependent on the biological process of the animals and availability of fodder, etc. The product here, milk, also is a natural product. Similarly, minerals and ores are also natural products. Economic activities are classified into three sectors. They are primary sector, and this primary sector is also known as agriculture and related sector. Second one, secondary sector, and this sector is also known as manufacturing sector. Last one, tertiary sector, and tertiary sector is also known as service sector. Now let's start with the primary sector. When we produce a good by exploiting natural resources, it is an activity of primary sector. This primary sector is also known as agricultural and related sector. Now look at this slide. Primary sector. Activities undertaken by directly using natural resources. Example, agriculture, mining, fishing, forestry, dairy, etc. It is called primary sector because it forms the base for all the other products that we subsequently make. Since most of the natural products we get are from agriculture, dairy, forestry, fishing, it is also called agriculture and related sector. Look at the picture. You will find the examples of primary sector. Next is secondary sector. Under this sector, we are changing the form of natural product through manufacturing into final product. For example, we convert earth into bricks that we use for making buildings, houses, etc. And this secondary sector is also known as manufacturing sector. Secondary sector, it covers activities in which natural products are changed into other forms through ways of manufacturing that we associate with the industrial activity. It is a next step after primary, where the product is not produced by the nature but has to be made. Some process of manufacturing is essential. It could be in a factory, a workshop, or at home. Examples: using cotton fiber from plant, we spin, yarn, and weave cloth. Using sugarcane as a raw material, we make sugar or gur. We convert earth into bricks. Since this sector is associated with the different kinds of industries, it is also called industrial sector. Next one, tertiary sector. The main aim of this sector is to provide aid and support to the other two sectors of the economy. And this tertiary sector is also known as service sector because it generates service rather than goods. Now look at the slide. Tertiary sector. These are the activities that help in the development of the primary and secondary sector. These activities by themselves do not produce a good, but they are an aid and support for the production process. Examples: transport, storage, communication, banking, etc. Transport. Goods that are produced in the primary and secondary sector would need to be transported by trucks or trains and then sold in wholesale or retail shops. Storage. We need godowns to store goods. Communication. We may need to talk to others over telephone. Banking. We may borrow money from bank. These are the examples of service sector. Here you can see the example of all the three sectors. How a raw material can be converted into a final product through all these three sectors. In short, on the basis of nature of activity, Indian economy can be classified into primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. Let's conclude today's session by recollecting all the concepts. There are three sectors of the economy: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. I hope all of you understood the concept clearly. Children, please note that the corresponding URLs, notes of the lesson, then the test paper are also attached along with this video. Make use of all these available resources. Study well and attend the test paper without fail. Thank you.